Hello, everyone. Pastor Dave here, and I'm joined today by Mike Voigt, Director of Operations here at Zionsville Methodist Church, and Ashlea Barnett, who's pastor of our youth ministry. And we are wanting to share with you a little bit about what's going on at the church. I know when I kind of run into people out in the community, they always ask, how are things going? So we thought we'd take a few minutes to share with you how things are going at the church. And Mike's going to start us off by sharing, how we are doing financially.
Finance is everybody's favorite part. Our fiscal year ended June 30th, and we actually ended up with a surplus last fiscal year, which is great for us. June and July this year is kind of normally a slow period for the church because a lot of people are on vacations. So our expenses have exceeded our revenue by about $50,000. And I know that a little alarming, but
it doesn't sound good, Mike.
It doesn't. But I know in our checkbook, we actually have $400,000 in reserves for that. So I think we feel good about where we're at, just watching.
So I'm not out of a job tomorrow.
Not out of a job. I think things are going well. And I think as fall comes and people are coming back and more money's coming in.
Yeah.
So.
And I know we had some big expenses this last year on our facility, as well as some things that are coming up. So do you mind sharing with people what's happening just with the church building itself?
Sure. The trustees had a busy year. We had to do some work on our fire suppression system. They actually replaced 430 lineal feet of pipe over the education wing, and that cost about $70,000. Then this summer, our hot water system went out, so we're without hot water for about a month. We had to replace the hot water tank, which was a 432-gallon tank, basically 4 foot by 4 foot by 8 foot tall. We replaced that with two 200-gallon tanks. And that way we can isolate one, and if one leaks, it'll be easy. We'll continue to have hot water and replace. Upcoming in the future, the trustees are looking at, in a couple of years, we feel like we're going to have to repave the northwest parking lot, and that is the section we didn't do a couple of years ago when we did it. And then also, there's a drainage problem out of our field onto the rail trail, so we're working with the town of Zionsville to correct that. They have some plans to upgrade the rail trail, and we're hoping at the end of the project that we'll have a connection to the pathway from our property onto the rail trail.
Which would be very exciting as far as connections to the community.
Yep.
So
it would almost be directly across from Pleasantville Elementary.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you to Mike. Thank you to all of our trustees. They do a great job of caring for our building here, and we're thankful for it. And now, we turn from talking about what's the building itself to all the things that happen in the building. So Ashlea, why don't you share with us a little bit about family ministry?
This year, family ministry is just across the board between our preschool, rock, and church. We are just so excited to have so many kids back in the building with us. Our preschool, the Children's Learning Program, they're excited. They have 10 classes this year. They have 162 students enrolled, and they have roughly 30 people on a waiting list just waiting for spots to open. So they're having a great year. Our before and after school program, ROCK, which, if you don't know, stands for Really Outrageous Christian Kids. This year they have 60 full-time kids enrolled and 46 part-time. And last year at this time, they had 23 full-time and 15 part-time.
So that's like, from 38 to over 100 this year. That's exciting. It's getting back to close to where it was pre-COVID.
Yes, it is. It's if you go in the gym on the afternoons, it's a little crazy down there and lots of noise, but it's fantastic. So children's ministry and youth ministry, I think the biggest change we made this year, Tracy and I decided that we needed to split 5th and 6th grade, and we will not have Route 56, but we will have Route 45. So we're keeping 5th grade in children's ministry and 6th grade's coming to the youth program. And we did this because we wanted 6th graders to have time to get used to the youth program before
jumping straight into confirmation.
Yeah. It was just kind of a hard leap for them to do. So we're looking forward to this. Tracy's actually starting Route 45 this Sunday, and she'll do that once a month. So lots of opportunities for this. We are seeing about 50 kids on a Sunday morning back in the children's ministry. We've already started on the Christmas musical, 30 kids ready to go. And we had 19 kids this past Sunday get their Bible. So that was an awesome time. Yeah. Youth, right now we're averaging 20, 25 youth on Sunday evenings. We had 60 youth at Messy Games and 60 youth and adults in our open house with lots of new faces. It was great to meet so many new people. And we're going to go back to some of the traditions that are familiar here to ZUMC. We are going to have dinner once a month in Z Youth, the first Sunday of the evening, and we're going to go back to beach camp next summer. And we're looking at some mission opportunities too.
Yeah. Thanks, Ashlea, and thanks to all the family ministry team. I think what the numbers you shared regarding children and youth, they're kind of a reflection of what's happening with attendance, because I think that's the other question I get is, are people coming back to church? And I would say yes, but slowly, not like all at once. We're somewhere around 40, 50% attendance of where we were pre-COVID. However, live stream continues to go strong. We're reaching more people, combined with in-person attendance than we were before COVID. And the really cool thing is we're able to connect with people, not just here in Zionsville, but around the country, really. Every week there are people who are connecting in, following the services, and we're so thankful for that opportunity. I think the challenge for us is kind of the things I hear you talking about with family ministry taking place is, how do we stay connected? And we really want to take advantage of this opportunity to just to create more fellowship opportunities for people to kind of dip their toes, step back into community. And so Sunday morning may not be the first place that people come. We have monthly community nights, we call them, on Wednesday nights. We were going to have one tonight, but the weather's pushed it back a week. But we just, we're hoping that people will come back and kind of reconnect with people that maybe they haven't seen in quite a while. And so we're excited about that. One last thing I want to share with you, and it has to do with family ministry. Specifically, I want to share with you an update on Pastor Perry. Pastor Perry came and began working here 9 years ago in October. And so we're happy to celebrate that 9th year with him. However, last November, he also began working at Salem United Methodist Church, a small Methodist church here in Zionsville. They needed help on Sunday mornings, and so we kind of loaned him on Sunday mornings to be their primary preacher. However, he was, still pretty much appointed here at Zionsville. And we're excited that things have gone so well at Salem that beginning this October, he will officially become the senior pastor at Salem United Methodist Church. Perry likes to joke, he's senior pastor and junior pastor and intern too. Like, he does it all because it's just him. But we're really excited for Perry and for this opportunity. The great news is that he's not leaving Zionsville. He'll continue to be present in our church. It's more just a shift in his hours, whereas before Zionsville was his primary appointment and he shared some of his time with Salem. Now it's Salem is the primary appointment and he shares his time with us to support family ministry, youth ministry, and congregational care. And so we're excited about that and wish he and Jill, of course, the best in what's ahead. So that's our news for today. Thank you all for listening. And if you have questions about anything we shared or questions about something that we didn't touch on, feel free to reach out to me. My email is dwilliamson@zumc.org. Have a great day, everybody.